hopefully I have got everything working. Welcome. And just messing around with me little selfie stick a little bit because I've got to just make it so I can operate it. And what have I done here? I think I'm all backwards because there's one direction that tightens it and the other direction loosens it, and I think I've just made a mess of it. But anyway, I'll get there eventually. What have we got? So if that goes over there, hopefully that there will be correct. Mute, there you go. I'll try that. There you go. How's that? Thank you so much for telling me that, Mr. Mercer. Hopefully you can hear me. I know, it's just, seriously, that donation, that totally blew me away, of course. Like, oh, far out. To get something like that is just, especially for such a small project. Like, it was never going to be a massive sort of project. And, you know, like, look at our marketing budget. Zero. But it's just absolutely amazing, isn't it? And look who I got. This is Nugget. I'll try and turn around a little bit so we see Nugget. I'll sit down and I'll get jumped on. The little kids will come and see me. G'day Yanni, how you going, mate? Thank you for joining. Thank you for posting the link if you've done that. That's just wonderful. Thank you so much. There's a tiny bit of wind around, so hopefully it doesn't affect it too much. And as you can see, I'm getting Nugget is just climbing on me at the moment. They just love it. Beautiful kids they are, I'll tell you. They're just so good. But they think we're a play set. They just love jumping all over us and doing their thing. And shortly you'll see Lucy and Isla. Yeah, thank you very much, Yanni. That's just awesome, mate, because you know, obviously, like, I've done a couple of little experiments with the live, and so, you know, like, we've done a couple of tests with Doors Monkey, and so we know that at least we've got this far working. Very, like, basic technology at the moment. Apparent, like, the other YouTubers are using a streaming thing. I can't remember what it's called now, but I've downloaded it, but I haven't tried to start using it yet. So that I'm not sure of. So we'll find out. Is it? No, it was oh, they all use the one program. I can't remember. It was like StreamYard or something. It's been a couple of weeks since I had a look at it, but apparently that really helps with the something like that. It's apparently what all the YouTubers use. Apparently that is the go-to thing. But yeah, I'm not that technologically advanced yet, and plus my phone is only really just hanging in there. It's just a Samsung A12, and yeah, it's just totally overworked for what it is, but it's on my shopping list. Like, I really need a technology upgrade. Fortunately, back got this little nugget come and see me. But back about, am I muffling the wind enough without ruining it? Because the wind is really a fair bit, and there's nothing worse than watching a video and all you get is friggin' wind noise. So hopefully, where is Isla? Yeah, I'll go and Isla, come on, darling. We'll go and see her. She's having a lazy moment. Here she is. She's right in your face. Have a look at You're going, Mr. Mercer. I'll see if I can salvage my phone back. Get up close and personal with the lovely little kitties. Oh, hi Gia, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I met you before, but thank you for joining. That's just awesome. Thank you so much, mate. I greatly appreciate it. It's really hard for me to read the screen because obviously I'm outside and I've got to wear my glasses because otherwise I just can't see it at all. And so it's very hard to read the screen. But yeah, I'm a bit blurry. Yeah, just hang on a sec. I'll wipe my camera. Sorry, you'll get a picture of my shirt. Hopefully that helps just a little bit. Because as you know, with phones, they get lots of fingers and that touching them, so it kind of makes a bit of a mess of the camera and that. But hopefully it's a little bit better. Where is Mum? Mum's inside. She would need a lot of convincing before she would ever go on YouTube. Like I don't, you know, like it's not her thing. Like she's, yeah. It took a lot for her to even get enough confidence to even be on Discord. She's not really that sort of person, but I'm not saying she never will, but she's, yeah, everyone's different, that's all. Pixelating when I go up close. Yeah, I've got to go up close so I can read it, but then I'll try and keep some distance so I don't get too pixelated. But of course I've got it on its brightest settings, but you know, it's the technology I've got, and it's, yeah, I can't do anything more about it at the moment. I definitely can't afford to buy a phone, so a better phone, and this is only like a $250 odd phone. So I know one problem that I have is that when I change from the streaming and then go to like to post a link or something, and then I go back to the stream again, it always stays a little bit messed up. And so it's better if you can just go live and just stay there and don't change it, because it's just one of those things that makes a mess. Well, it is as real as it gets. I get little ones jump, because they just want to be in your lap and just absolutely love hanging around and doing their thing. They just can't get enough. They've all got to try and be stars of the show. And Isla's coming here now. This is her down here. But she's slowly coming up here. She's just letting the other ones get the limelight at the moment, that's all, because otherwise she just takes it all. She just wants it all for herself. But no, they're absolute joys though. They're good fun. But they only stay kids for a short period of time, of course, but they just can't get enough. I wonder if when they grow up bigger, if they're just going to be in our arms all the time. Yeah. But no, they're just absolutely beautiful though, aren't they? So how's that donation, hey? Like, I know that Jason said about that at first, but of course, you know, we've got a couple of more people joined in, and for such a small little project like the Cause of the Calves, or Cause for the Calves, like it's absolutely amazing. The whole idea from this person, sorry about the camera getting bumped around a bit, I'm getting goats eating it. They're having a good old munch, literally. And but it was just essentially to boost the prize pool to make it way more attractive than, you know, because obviously I'm not, well, I say obviously, I'm sure we're not going to sell gazillions of NFTs, you know, like being such a small project, but it totally changes the ROI, obviously the return on investment, where it's just so much stronger than what it was before. Oh, geez. Isla just took out my arm. Sorry, I just got to... Yeah, I know. They don't understand what a goat is. They're just so beautiful. And don't try and bend over, because as soon as you bend over, they just jump on your back. Like, it's just, you end up not with just one, you end up with all four of them jumping on your back, and you just, if you crawl around, you just got this, like, they're like having literally like your own little kids, how they just love to jump on your back and get little rides, you know. They just absolutely love it, and they just can't get enough, like. And then of course I'm getting eaten alive down here. They just love it. They're beautiful. But yeah, no, they're fantastic. But yeah, obviously, like I had discussions with the donor last night for a few hours, and it's absolute where unfortunately I just can't say who the person is or anything about them at all. They want to absolutely stay anonymous. They truly just want to support the cause and support the community, and that's exactly what it's all about, is to try and increase the treasury holdings of SafeUX, so then everyone gets a much better ROI come mainnet. The rebases that are earned from the donation stay in the treasury. They do not want them given away to the owners of NFTs. So only the rebase that your NFTs earn prior to mainnet will be up for a voting offer come mainnet, because of course they want to keep that money in the project to try and make it as good as possible. But yeah, that's obviously fully going along with everything they wanted to do. And that's why all conversations about them has been, I've tried to obviously have it all completely non-descriptive and that, but it's just absolutely fantastic though, isn't it? Like, just when you think that, such a small project and being done so quickly on a nothing budget, wasn't, couldn't really go anywhere, when far out, like, find another project that just gets that sort of support. It's bloody good. Like, seriously, it's, as you know, it's, yeah, and yeah, it's just unbelievable. It's really, really cool. And I'm getting absolutely, like, get eaten up by this one, and then of course this one here, they all going, oh, I want to get up on you, Dad. Come on, Minnie. This one's called Minnie, and we just about lost her. I can explain it. I'll use a layman's term. She went down with what we call colostrum failure, where her colostrum from her mother, being a first-time mother, the colostrum's never as good as a second or third-time mother, and so on. And the colostrum is where they get all their antibodies for fighting like infections and bugs and stuff like that, illness. And without that, they're essentially, unfortunately, you're just nothing you can do. Like, you'll end up just 9 times out of 10, you'll just lose the animal. And calves are exactly the same. Colostrum is absolutely important. But there's a couple of little husbandry techniques that we've learnt over the years, where even though they might be essentially on death's door, we can do certain treatments that absolutely increases our chances around 90%. And so it's just, she was on absolute, she had very little chance of surviving, and we got her through, and now she's absolutely booming. And she was always like the little runt of the two, and she just obviously, well, I'm presuming she just either didn't get enough colostrum or good enough quality. There's quite a few factors to it, but of course the outcome is that there's just not enough, and without enough, then that's what you get. How good's that? They just love to be in your arms, and they just can't get enough of it, and that's there, like, you just absolutely love it, don't you, little girl? Just beautiful. But yeah, so that's but of course, like, I'm always happy to talk about animal husbandry. There's so many tricks that we've learned over the years for getting our loss rate so low. Like, really, I can absolutely say this 100%, that we do not lose an animal due to negligence or anything that we just can't control. We just, like birth defects and things like that, obviously we can't control that. you know, like things like cleft plates or, you know, limbs that are wrong and that. We've had all sorts of deformalities, and, you know, unfortunately that's just the way it is. But as far as the being able to do animal husbandry, we've learnt so many tricks that you just can't get without experience. And, you know, I'm blowing my own trumpet here, but geez, I'm good. Like, but you've got to have a passion for it. Without that, you just can't do it. And thank you so much, Gia. It absolutely brings a smile to our face too, mate. Like, you know, like I know you've had your videos where you've had, you know, talking about the support of the community and things like that, and saying how amazing it's been for you. And like, seriously, like, you know, by all means, make a video, spread the word about what's been done for me and my project and the community within the Cause for the Calves. We're only a very tiny project, and to get that kind of support, you know, is exactly the sort of thing that you've been talking about in your videos. And of course, you know, just forgive me for bumping because I'm getting eaten alive. And you know, like it's an absolute blessing. It really is. And, you know, obviously, direct message me if you want any more sort of information. But essentially, that's what it's all about, is that, you know, the hearts in the community is just unreal, where, you know, my project is just one of those little projects where, you know, I set the price at a very affordable point so people can participate in a potentially getting, you know, obviously something, but also supporting what is hopefully a seen as a really good cause. And we've been fighting this fight for the last 9 years of doing these animals at a, you know, nearly always it's a loss, because we just don't have the farming land to be able to make anything more of it. But because of my medical conditions that happened like nearly 3 years ago, it's just put us in a position where unfortunately I just can't do what I used to do. And that's why this selfie stick's really good, because I couldn't even hold the phone out there. Like, my arms just don't work anymore. And, you know, that's just the way it is. But fortunately, you know, like with a few little bits of technology, it's not too bad. And you want to see, there's Isla's mum. That's Isla's mum, Isla and Lucy's mum. But yeah, the generosity is just absolutely amazing. It really is. As you know, you've experienced it firsthand, and the people inside the Cause for the Calves community is experiencing that same sort of generosity, where and you always get this where they get one jumping on top of another. they all want to be they all fight for your attention. They just can't get enough of it. They just absolutely love it. I'm doing my best not to swing the stick around, but yeah, obviously I cop it a bit from time to time. All right, no worries, Yanni boy. You take it easy, mate. Thank you very much for posting the links and coming along. It's obviously greatly appreciated. You know, everything I say in writing, I'll say in words, because it's absolutely true. Thank you so much for your help and support. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you, mate. Cheers. Well, any other questions, guys? It can be about anything, of course, you know, whether it be my perspective on crypto, or because I don't want to always talk about my thing, our thing. Like, and of course, hello. Oh, your mum's called you. Oh, jeez, I just about fell off me log. Mum's just called them up. Can you come and live on the farm? Yeah, you'd have to live in a shed though, because we don't actually have a house, as you know, so the shed's all right, but it's very drafty, especially in the winter time. Whenever there's a winter storm or something comes through, it's bloody cold. But I do have a wood fire in there and that, but yeah, we lose a lot of heat when it'll be obviously nice when it's done. I've a little bit more restricted on how much time I can spend trying to build stuff, but yeah, we're getting there. But absolutely, you're welcome to visit and stay, whatever. No worries. I'll put up with you. If someone calls me their favourite, they're my favourite son, well then, oh, Minnie. Come on, Minnie, up you go. All right. I just got to throw. You've got a swag, yeah. It is good. Like, it's funny with the farming life because, like, you think, oh yeah, you know, like it's so wonderful, but shit, it just wears you out. Like, but obviously, I've had to change gears a little bit, and that's just the way it is. Goat's milk tastes a bit different. It's very similar, but it's definitely got a you know, when you eat goat meat, it's got that slightly, you know, sort of little bit different sort of goaty taste, I suppose. It's hard to explain it, but goat's milk actually is like that, where it's a little bit different. But goat's cheese is like Parmesan cheese. It's like sheep cheese. It's like Parmesan cheese. So it's very strong and tangy sort of cheese. So if you like strong sort of cheese, then goat's cheese is and sheep cheese is really, really good. But of course it's very expensive because there's not much of it. But yeah, goat's milk is really good for allergies and whatnot. Well, Mum's called the kids. So as you can see, oh, I'll try and get it. Just bear with me a sec. Oh shit, I'm half falling over myself. Bloody vertigo. But hopefully I've got that in. I can't see whether I've got the camera right. Oh, there you go. You see the kids having a drink. Mum called them, so they've gone to have a drink. Can you build? Oh shit, mate! I've got some real stories about building illegally. Like on this little block, like we came here without being able to put petrol in the car. Like seriously, we were that broke when we came here. And so I did. Yeah, no worries, Jason. Thank you so much. But I did like 5 different structures here without council, and then so I got in a lot of trouble, and they let me off, so that was good. So yeah, I know you. I bet you know how to build too, of course. You know, like, yeah, absolutely. Are you still around, Gia, by any chance? Guys, on my phone I have no idea who is or isn't here, so I'm not sure. It says there's 3 people, but if Yanni Boy's gone and Jason's either gone or about to go, then yeah, no worries, mate. Thank you so much for calling in. I hope you like seeing the goats. It's just, yeah, thank you very, very much indeed, and especially for your support. You know, you bought a couple of NFTs. Thank you so much for that. That's just amazing. Thank you. Yeah, go Stu. Yeah, like we obviously like animals they have a purpose, right? Hopefully I'll get it so the wind's not bad. How about if I go over here? Hang on, I'm just going to go for a bit of a walk hopefully I'll get away from a bit of wind. Oh. Geez, that wind just seems to really let me know. Yeah, like, obviously, like, the animals, unfortunately, are part of the food chain, right? These goats here are all to breed again because they're all little girls. And they're the first time we've actually bred goats in several years. So, we had to stop doing everything naturally because of the medical conditions. And that's just, but now we're starting to pick up the pieces to a degree, so it's been good. But yeah, thanks, that's good. I'm now the wind sort of died off a bit, it's even better. But yeah, the goat meat, a lot of it we do slow cooking, so it doesn't matter about the I know a lot of Asians, they absolutely love goat for making curry. And at the big dairy here, there was a fella who was from, geez, I can't remember what country it was. And he was making some goat curry, and it was absolutely unreal. I wanted to taste what they had because it's like, obviously it's authentic and made to their recipes, and yeah, it was really, really good. And yeah, because it's very easy to just sort of stick to your own stuff, and that's where it works out good when you can try someone else's cuisine, because the kids are back. You can see them over there. I'm so glad you got a full node, mate. That's just obviously that's just unreal. Like, I'm so happy for you, of course. Yeah, it's bloody good, isn't it? Like, and I started this little project, and it's enough. Like, literally, the truth is that this little project, unless I had $1, we had nothing to put into it. So we did a coding which was free. The little goats have come to visit me now, and so the NFT coding was free. I did. I used a picture of Hulk, who's in our videos, who's a dairy calf, and obviously I'm not there for the art value. Like, that's just not what it's about. It's all about, I can't say these guys, but the calves, it's all for the cause. And so that's where that's the amazing thing, because I know that with you having the opportunity given to you, I know that you're not selfish. Like, seriously, like, come on. I know you're not. And so as long as SafeFlex does its thing, I know that you will be 100% doing whatever you can do. And, like, there's obviously no obligation on your part, and any node owner's part or any other person's part, like the person who donated to me last night. There was no obligation on their part to do anything, but they chose to do it because not only do they love the cause, and like I've shown that the cause is needy, that's the hearts that are out there, is people that do stuff like this. And so your 10 Seifu that you put up once for finding a more generous community, unfortunately just has to stay in your pocket. Like, it's just the way it is. No one can take it off you, because that is the community. It's bloody good. But for an absolute nothing project, so to speak, I say nothing in the way of no marketing budget, no nothing. Yeah, it's been really good. I've personally bought 9 NFTs myself, which I'm giving away to the holders of my NFTs. I'm doing a random draw at the end of minting, which is on the 29th. And so of the numbers of holders that I get, there's a chance that someone will get something else as well. So that's my little bit of giving back. I haven't got much to be able to give, but you know, like, I'm doing everything I can. Well, what's really helping us, or for me to do that, to answer that question of looking after myself, is that with the support of the community, and if everything goes well with SaferWex, then yes, absolutely. Because like, I know that I've found this, I've had one little bit of FUD, right? And the one little bit of FUD that I've had is insinuating that because I live in Australia, there's just no problems. Go figure. Like, they think, oh, you're so lucky, you're so rich, you live in Australia, you have it all good. And it's like, seriously, come on. Like, it doesn't matter where you live, the economics are the economics. Like, it's not just easy because we live here in Australia. Like, it doesn't suddenly make our livestock to a point where it's suddenly, rolling in money. Like, it just doesn't work like that. You know, like, seriously, if there was money to be made, there would be a lot more people out there doing it than what I am. And there's just not, because there's no money in it. No, that's the reality of it, is that you don't do it for money. And that's why I've set up this Cause for the Calves project, because after 9 years of push, we just can't do it anymore, unfortunately. And so that's why I put it out there to the community to please help the cause. And look at the call's been answered, hasn't it? It's like, I know it's not done yet, but it's seriously getting answered all the time. It's just amazing. It just goes from one step to the next. You go, hey Nugget, you look so yummy. Nugget's obviously gonna breed. These are all girl kid goats, fortunately, so it was really good like that. We needed some girls, and yeah, we got 4 lovely girls. So yeah, the live stream is good because my videos sort of start to feel like they're a bit like where I'm sounding a bit wrong on live stream, on my videos, where it feels like, you know, you almost sound a bit needy, and you know, like your thanks sort of comes across a bit too I don't know, a bit much. And that's where live stream's really good, because at least you can sort of, you got a little bit more time to, you know, to speak your mind, I'll put it like that, so you can actually have a more of a personal conversation, I suppose, is the way to word it. But of course, I'm dealing with very low tech at the moment, but hopefully, you know, like, all going well, I can turn that around a little bit. But yeah, that's just the way it is. But thank you for understanding that I am a caring person, because I'm not greedy. I don't need it all for myself. Like, a lot of it is going to end up being philanthropy, or however you say the word. Obviously, we got to look after home first. Yes, that is the cause, you know, and the cause is real, and that's, of not being selfish. That's just the way it is. That's the whole idea of a project. But if I can spread the love by, you know, being able to offer more things from time to time to people, then that absolutely blesses me heart. And of course, you know, makes everything just so much more worthwhile. When I know you understand what I'm talking about, it just you know, it's just bloody, it's just a good feeling, isn't it? Where you can share in the ride, but also, have some sort of rewards along the way. It's just really good. They certainly love to be in my arms though, don't they? So what are you doing today, Gia? Have you got work, or are you... Oh, it's weekend, I suppose, maybe. Does that change things for whatever you do? Because I'm not actually sure what you do. Yeah. They kind of... spread the love. That's what we enjoy, the meaning of life. But you got to go now. Thanks, mate. Thank you so much, Gia, for calling in. That's awesome. Thank you. Obviously, your help, your support, your everything is greatly appreciated. However big, small, whatever, it's all good. We're all fighting the same fight to a degree. But yeah, we're more or less in the same time zone, because it's, I don't know exactly the time at the moment, but it's around midday or something like that, I think. But yeah, obviously Western Australia and you are pretty close to each other, I think, in timing. So yeah, family day, that's good. You got to truly enjoy every bit of it, don't you? Like, yeah. It's amazing how quickly things can turn on its head as well if you're not careful. So, you've got to appreciate your time, and yeah, it's the way it is, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Of course they want attention, like calves. Of course, and like these kids, like, look at how much attention these guys want. they just can't get enough, can they? All right, thank you very much, mate. Take care. All right, go and see your family now. You don't need to hang around with me. All right, thank you so much. Cheers. Take care. Now, it looks like there's someone else online, but I can't obviously... Well, when I say obviously, because... Okay, on my end, I can't tell if anyone is actually there, except for there's this little person symbol, and it's got, yep, see you later, mate. It's got like a number of how many people are watching, and it says there's 2 people, and if G is going, then there's still 1. So I'm not sure if someone actually is, or, but feel free to pop in a question or to say something, and then I know that you're there. If you're not there, or I don't get a response, I'm just going to end up finishing up my marvellous show. And yes, I'm doing the Australian wave. If you notice, I'm doing lots of this because there's quite a few flies around. And no matter what you do at this time of the year, that's just what you get. You just can't avoid that one. Right. Alright, there's no one online. Alright, no worries. That's good. Alright, well, take care, everyone. Love yous all. See you later.